felt very depressed, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I definitely did have like suicidal kind of thoughts at times, and I know today I wanted to talk about something that I think is extremely important and needs to be addressed, and that is post-surgical depression. And you might be thinking, well, there's no way I'm going to get depressed. I'm just gonna, get through my surgeries, and everything will be fine. Bounce right back. But the thing is, even if you are a naturally extremely happy person, most likely you're going to be put on heavy-duty pain medications, and that's where things can get quite difficult, because they will mess with your emotions, and you'll be experiencing like highs and lows of a drug addict, basically. And when you hit those lows, it's like it's really hitting the lows. Especially if it's anywhere near, where you're starting to have to scale back your pain medications, because you just, you kind of crave the feel-good sensations that you get from taking those pills, and then, once they start to wear off, it's like, oh, I feel terrible, and I need to feel good again. Much as you possibly can, you need to do something with your mind. You need to keep your mind busy. And so if that means having people, come and talk to you, which I'll be honest, I was not super keen on talking to people because I just did not feel very good. Or just, watching the TV, or just anything you can possibly come up with to keep your mind busy. Also, just as a side thing as well, if you can get out into the sunlight and go sit in the sun, and get some, like in the morning or maybe in the evening, when it's not super hot out and the sun is not super strong, I highly recommend just going and getting some sun on your skin, on your face. Because it's been proven to uplift your mood, to be exposed to the sun for like 20 minutes or so. But anyway, just if at all possible, go and sit out in the sun. Another thing is you need to be able to, it helps a lot if your body is functioning properly and you're able to go to the bathroom. I mean, it's kind of a, uncomfortable thing to talk about, but that's another thing that was a major issue for me, and I think for probably a lot of people. Honestly, the bathroom issues were worse than the surgery or most of the post-surgical stuff that went on. Not being able to go to the bathroom, because once again, the pain medications that you're taking are so strong that they're going to mess with your stomach and mess with stuff going through your body, and so you need as much as you can to eat stuff that is, well, for one thing, really healthy, and not going to make your highs and lows from being on medications stronger. Like, you shouldn't be eating a ton of sugary stuff, because that's going to make you have highs and then crash. So don't do that if at all possible. And just eat stuff that's healthy, eat stuff that has fiber, some amount of fiber in it. It doesn't need to be super strong fiber, because if you are having bathroom issues, that can actually make it worse. It can kind of clog things up even more, because your body's then having to not only be sluggish, but then it's having to digest extremely heavy duty fiber. So be careful with what you're eating. Just maybe some fruits and vegetables, and just some other stuff that's, not super strong fiber, but just something that will keep stuff moving, so you don't have to deal with that problem. Do your physical therapy as much as you can handle. You're going to probably have to take it slow in the beginning, but it is just so important for so many reasons. Being able to sleep, being able to go to the bathroom, because, moving around helps you to go to the bathroom. Keeping your mind, busy, so you don't just feel like you're, being useless. There's just a lot of stuff, and being able to bounce back quicker from having surgery. So once again, it's very important to do your physical therapy. Another thing you can do is you can keep a journal of your recovery, just so that you can kind of keep track. I didn't actually do this because, I'll be honest, I was just kind of like zonked out a lot of the time, and I did not feel like once again, all the medications that you're on can mess with your head, and then you're just kind of like out of it all the time, and so it does make it really difficult to do cognitive stuff, like having to think about writing something. But if at all possible, I highly recommend that you at least maybe keep a journal, or just do something once again, do something to keep your mind busy. One final thing I wanted to say about, this whole post-surgical depression thing is, if you are feeling anywhere near like suicidal, having suicidal thoughts or anything like that, then make sure and talk to someone about it. I made the mistake of not talking to anybody about it. I just kind of like went through everything myself. Even though I had two people that were in the next room that I could have, talked to about it anytime. But in all honesty, it's like, I don't know, I didn't want to make them worried. I also didn't want them to like not take me seriously either, because I was worried that they might not. And so I didn't really say anything about what I was feeling, and that could be a real mistake. If you need to talk to someone, then talk to someone. Make sure to have someone that can, at least be there to talk to you, even if you can't really have someone stay with you like I did. Just have someone that can, you can call up and talk to if you have to. I just wanted you guys to know that, because I do feel like it's just so important. Like, I just cannot stress out enough how important it is. So, yeah, I guess that's everything. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you do subscribe, so you're notified whenever I put out a new video. I put out a new video every single week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.